fellas. Welcome to Southwest Titans Fantasy Football League Week 10 recap, Week 11 preview. For the second time this season, stud of the week, Purdue fans buries Marinos Mafia 167 to 105, which was also the largest margin of victory this week. You know, Purdue fans had 6 in double figures, but again, it came down to Jamar Chase getting 48 points on Thursday night, that hot start. Kyler Murray chipped in another 33 for him. So he just impressive week, and too much to overcome that Jamar Chase. But anyway, I mean, again, Mafia had 105, so he wasn't in the mix anyway. But Purdue fans improved to 8-2 on the season and moved back into second place, while Marinos Mafia slipped to 5-5, and he is in seventh place. The second highest scoring team in the league, of course, was my opponent, Mighty Coon Dogs, who got the win 155 to 135. I still had a shot going into Monday night, albeit a slim one, but I still had a legitimate shot, but didn't go my way. He had 8 players in double figures, again 48 from Joe Burrow from Thursday night, and that was just too much to overcome, especially when Baker Mayfield for me only gets 10. So, oh well. Mighty Coon Dogs improves to 5-5 and is in 8th place. I dropped to 2-8 and remain in 10th place. You know what? The thing is, my record says that my team sucks. And my team doesn't suck. I mean, even with McCaffrey not playing until last week, I've had scores in the 135, 135 range, the low 140s. So I was just curious. I was like, what if I take the team who has the lowest points against them this season, and what if I had their schedule? I was just curious. And honestly, it surprised myself because, well, first of all, that team is a really good team. So they're not in their position because they have a weak schedule. That's not it at all. I was just curious, if I had that schedule, what would my record be? And instead of 2-8, I would be 6-4. Just saying. You have to have knowledge, and you have to work your team and manage it week to week to be successful on a regular basis. But there's also a lot of luck that goes into it. But anyway, that's enough for my whining. I could be 6-4. I could still be alive with McCaffrey coming back healthy. Oh well. Third highest scoring team was Tebow United, who defeated Hey Fellas 148 to 102. Tebow got his second win of the season, improving to 2-8, but remains in last place. Hey Fellas lost his second in a row, dropping to 2-8, and is in 11th place. And in Hey Fellas' defense, his highest scoring player was Jalen Hurts that he got from me. So, just saying. But anyway. Well, I was the 4th highest scoring team last week and lost, so we'll skip to Cowpokes, who was the 5th highest scoring team. He got the victory over Ozark Mountain Daredevils 130 to 119. Cowpokes wins his 4th in a row, improving to 9-1 on the season, remains in first place. But with 4 games left in the regular season, he still has not technically clinched a playoff spot. I have a feeling he'll make it. Ozark lost his 2nd game in a row, dropping to 5-5, and is in 6th place. IH Braves overtakes FAFO in Week 10, 120 to 113. IH Braves won his 2nd in a row, improving to 6-4. And he is in 5th place. FAFO slips to 7-3, but he is in 3rd place. Finally, Shake It Golf got a slim edge on D's Nuts, winning 110 to 105. Shake It Golf won his third in a row, improving to 6-4, and sits comfortably in fourth place. D's Nuts drops to 3-9 and is in ninth place. It takes us to our upcoming games in Week 11. We have a lot of great games, a lot of great matchups. Um, you could argue every single game could be decided by a coin flip. Maybe GW is going to get the edge on me this week, but they're all you can make cases for either team and pretty much all of these matchups. We have our top four teams going head to head for supremacy in our league. So two of our top four teams are guaranteed to lose. We have number 5 going against number 12. So if they can get a win, they'll gain some ground to solidify a playoff spot. So to kick it off, we've got number 1 Cowpokes versus number 4 Shake It Golf. Head to head this season, Shake It Golf with the advantage 6-4. Medium points, Cowpokes with a slim advantage 141 to 137. Projection, Shake It Golf by 4 points. Shake It Golf, he's off to a hot start. Barkley got 30 for him on Thursday night, 17 over his projection, which is why he's got the 4-point advantage going into Sunday. Cowpokes, he's got 24.5 points so far from 2 players compared to their original projection of 22. So he's off to an average start. This is a great matchup based on the stats. You know, the head-to-head records, the median points so far. It's really tight. But with the strong start by Shake It Golf, I'm giving him the slight edge this week over our number 1 team, Cowpokes. GW disagrees, though, and he's going with the favorite Cowpokes to pull to 10-1 on the season. Number 2, Paducah Fins versus number 3, FAFO. Head to head, they would be tied 5-5. Median points, Paducah Fins with a slim advantage 134 to 130. Projection, FAFO by 2. Both of them are off to a poor start Thursday night. Geez. This is another tough one to pick. I can make a case for either team. Honestly, just looking at the last 3 weeks, Paducah Fins would be 2-1 against FAFO, who's only averaged 116 per game over that span. And not just averaged, he's scored below 120 each of the last 3 weeks. And Paducah over the last 3 weeks has averaged 144, with 2 of them being really strong weeks. I'm going with Paducah Fins on this one because of that, and GW agrees with me on that one. So we're both going with Paducah Fins to beat FAFO. Number 5, IH Braves versus number 12, Tebow United. Head-to-head, IH Braves with a pretty big advantage, 7-3. Median points, IH Braves with the advantage, 125 to 105. Projection, IH Braves by 52. Lineups are not 100% set yet, but still, even if some spots were filled in, IH Braves would still have a pretty big advantage on projection. So I am going with IH Braves for the win. But GW disagrees, and he's going with the underdog, Tebow United, for the win. As long as he sets his lineup before Sunday. Wait a minute, there's no contingencies on the GW picks. Sorry, buddy. All right, number 6, Ozark Mountain Daredevils versus number 10, yours truly, Rise Rabbits. Head to head, Ozark would be 7-3. Median points, Ozark has the advantage, 130 to 114. Projection, Ozark by 4. I mean, I have a shot. I would be 3-2 versus Ozark over the last 5 weeks, and I have McCaffrey back. But both of my starting wide receivers from early in the season are both on the IR now. Baker Mayfield's on bye week. I'm going to give the nod to Ozark. Plus, how could I pick myself when I'm 2-8 on the season? Anyway, GW disagrees and he thinks I'm going to do for a win. Go, Doug. Go, GW. I ain't going to win. I hope I do. All right, number 7, Marino's Mafia versus number 8, Mighty Coon Dog. Boo! Head to head, they'd be tied. But over the last 3 weeks, Coon Dogs would be 3-0 over Mafia. Median points, very slim edge to Mafia, 129 to 126. Projection, Mafia by 22. I'm just going to say it. I'm going with Mafia. I don't think Coon Dog's Joe Burrow can score over 40 for a third week in a row. Could be wrong. I'm just looking at the stats. Prove me wrong. And then Tyrone Tracy Jr. from the Giants. I watched him. He's impressive. I was before. I was like, who in the hell is that? And I watched him. He's solid, but he's on bye week for Coon Dog. So I'm going with Mafia this week, but GW disagrees. Goes with Mighty Coon Dogs for the upset. Boo! All right, number 9, D's Nuts versus number 11, Hey Fellas. Head to head, D's Nuts would be 6-4. Median points, D's Nuts with the advantage, 121 to 106. Projection though is Hey Fellas by 5. Again, another situation where the lineups are not 100% set yet. Both are off to average starts from Thursday nights. Because of the scoring potential and the scoring that I've seen D's Nuts put up here lately, I'm going to lean towards him for the victory. Haven't seen that come out of Hey Fellas yet. So I'm giving the edge to D's Nuts. GW disagrees again, though, and goes with Hey Fellas for the win. So, finally, Ride versus GW. For the second week in a row, I was 5-1 in my picks. That's exciting. But then I also picked myself to lose each of those 2 times, and that came true. I don't like that. But GW was 3-3 last week, so that gives me a 2-game lead over the coin flip for the season. I am 30-24 on my picks, and GW is 28-26. Hope you're having a great weekend. Good luck this weekend, fellas, as we start getting into the nitty gritty of the playoff runs. And good luck to your teams overall. Have a great weekend. A clicker won't work.